virtual audience. I'm Alicia and welcome back to Techiexpert. Today I have a very talented speaker guest with me. His name is Adithya Raj. Adithya Raj is the founder of Tooliqa and he's very talented. He's into this industry from past 18 years. So Adithya, thank you so much for giving us your precious time. And first, I want you to introduce yourself and your startup to our audience so they get a context what we are going to talk about in this video.
All right. So first of all, thanks for having me. And we are an early stage startup, as you said, Tooliqa, and we are in the world of deep learning, deep tech. We are trying to revolutionize the world of computer vision and want to kind of, reconstruct everything into 3D. So that's what we're really, trying to, do in the company.
Okay, that's great. So I want to know what motivated you to start this Tooliqa and what is the story behind the name Tooliqa?
Okay, so Tooliqa, well, it's inspired from the word, which is from Sanskrit, Tooliqa, which means paintbrush. And paintbrush was, if you see that, was kind of, an early to create, to put your thoughts into a vision. And that is where kind of, we got our inspiration from. So again, we gave it kind of, a Western spin to it. So which is now Tooliqa, which is tools with IQ. So basically, since we are in the business of creating intelligent products, intelligent tools, so that definitely resonated with us and our philosophy. And that is what we thought kind of, is a suitable fit to present us in the world of business. What we are essentially doing. So today, if you see, when we say the word design, basically it starts from the very scratch that, okay, we have to start kind of, penning down our thoughts on a piece of paper, take a digital sketch of that, start constructing that into using all the, digital tools we have from Adobe, Blender, what else? Rhino. So there are a lot of tools out there to create, 3D construction. A very manual process. What we are doing, we are creating a custom camera. So whatever you see around, be it be any object or any environment, be it be this room I'm sitting in, you simply can scan this environment and our product is going to convert it into 3D and that too in real time. And that is what we're trying to break through. So it is going to be a unique technology, what we're working on. It's patented, we have our unique IP on that. And it's under a lot of, research and development and kind of fine-tuning the algorithm. But looking at how things are developing in the next 3 to 6 months, we should be out in the market.
Okay, that's really amazing. It's kind of new thing, very new thing. So I want to know what marketing strategy are you using to reach people who are interested into this kind of things?
So marketing, I think it's a bit too early. The thing is that this product, and we hope that, it's going to sell on its merits. Why I say that? Because again, we are going to be the first one who is trying to disrupt the world of design the way we are doing it. So once anyone, who's an interior designer, an automobile designer, a fashion designer, or an architect, so once they really get to see the merits and kind of the time and the cost savings of our product, this should really, sell using, very, organic ways, word of mouth, kind of, spreading out based on that, the value we're adding. And, hoping that, companies like Techiexpert can kind of, continue to bolster our creation.
Right, yeah. So I want to know, as we are into pandemic, so what are the what are the things you have faced as a founder of this company?
Pandemic to us hasn't really been that much of an impact, to be honest. Yes, as of now, finding the right skill set is definitely a challenge, but we have a great team. We have, I think the best of brains, working with us. So we have, a lot of people, who have doctorate degrees in computer vision and deep learning. We have people, who have doctorate degrees in embedded and laser science and, photonics. Then we have people, having, international master's degree into a lot of, other deep tech, algorithms. So we did see that, there were some challenges, finding the right team. But, once we have the right combination in place, I think we are kind of moving on smoothly. So no impact of COVID as such. Yeah.
That's amazing. So, what according to you is very unique about your startup?
So I think what is unique about us is we kind of did not really kind of force fit our technology into whatever use case we could find. Okay, so we again I have a background into consumer insights, consumer research. So and we in my previous business we have been consulting a lot of Fortune 500 companies. So we did give us enough time just to understand that okay, what exactly is the problem we are trying to solve. So and we are kind of confident that we're going to be putting a dent on $1 billion industry and in a way which is unseen. But we started with the problem we are addressing in mind first. So we also looked at the quantum of the problem and does it really need an addressing from us, and looking at the market size and the global impact and the long-term validity of the problem we are trying to solve, and again of course the competition. So when I say that we're in the business of developing products piggybacking on computer vision and deep learning and 3D, but we kind of didn't really start with these three pillars and started wrapping the problem around it. We found the problem and then we started looking at that what is really the right technology fit, the tech stack that might solve this problem, and that is where kind of we brought these three pieces together. And I think that is really which is unique about us, because we are just not a tech company. We are a problem solving company. We are kind of creating intelligent products, but those products are going to be fitting into the real world applications, and that kind of is kind of the true differentiator for us.
Aditya, would you just like to add something about MarketCube and your previous experience? I think that's something which will just move smoothly into Tooliqa as well.
Okay, so well, MarketCube was my previous business. Well, I'm still a part of it. I'm heading the global quantitative division for the company, but we got acquired last year in early 2020. And so again, as I said that my past background has been into consulting, into consumer insights, market research, and helping really the world to fine tune their products based on the market understanding, the competition, and again where the world is going. And that is really the learnings we brought into the world of Tooliqa. More importantly, MarketCube, given that it was in the world of data sciences and consumer insights, we deployed a lot of machine learning, a lot of AI into developing the products. So we have like a whole suite of products which are helping the world even today, and to the magnitude of that we are interviewing close to 1 million people every day using that platform. And that was really kind of was the base mark that okay, once we are going to kind of start looking to what we want to do next after MarketCube, or what is really the next venture we want to get in, we were very sure that okay, we want to bring in again machine learning and AI applications into some real world business problems. And that is kind of really became the force behind building up Tooliqa and kind of looking at the core deep tech technologies today.
Okay, so do you think AI will replace humans in the future?
I would say AI is going to facilitate and augment human effort. There's no replacement to human intelligence. That is never going to happen. But again, there are things which are done manually, which slows us down, which have a scope of error. That is really where AI comes in. It kind of makes us better. It's kind of helping us get to the end result faster and with a far higher accuracy. And that is really where AI truly fits.
Okay, so are you using website or application to reach people, or how people are going to reach to you if they want something related to AI?
How people will reach to us? So again, we are not really in a business of servicing AI. We are kind of using AI to build for the future. So how people will reach out to those products? Well, we would think about our marketing plan as and when the product rollout would start. For now, the key piece which we are trying to solve is that yes, how I explained that we can create 3D vision of any product, any environment, what we have around, and the hardware behind it, the deep learning algorithms behind it, and again the end application which is going to go into the hand of consumer. It should all work how we really plan it to be. So that's really the point. What we are kind of in the moment we are kind of busy cracking that problem. Once we get to the phase of taking it to the market, I think that is when really going to the point when we start thinking about marketing and the go-to-market messaging and which market should be addressed first and all the good things around it.
Okay, that's really cool. So my last question to you, what advice you would like to give to our younger generation and to tech-savvy people who are interested into this field?
All right, so we have a couple of products. One is extremely focused on the B2B market, and as I said that I think the first market we want to address is the market of interior design. So interior design today is kind of very fragmented, first of all, and again it relies on a lot of manual effort, starting from measuring the office or the house, whatever needs some designing. Then those measurements have to be reconstructed into a 2D layout, which we call as blueprint or a draft. And once that 2D draft is created, so basically we have a pillar, we have a ceiling, we have a floor, we have a window where the sunshine is coming from. All those things have to be manually noted. Then we take those pictures and we bring all this notes and this this set of together, and then we start recreating it into a digital software. And once that 2D layout is created, what happens is it is sent to the 3D team, and then the 3D person starts putting in the walls and the textures and the colors and the curtains and different materials coming in together. What we are doing, and this whole process, how I explained it, this is essentially a 10 to 15 days process, depending on how the interaction with the client is, how slow or fast your technical team is. Our solution with the custom camera, the deep learning model behind it, and the application which is going to be on a gaming engine, this is going to cut our cycle time from 10 days to 1 or 2 days. And that is what we are trying to solve. So for interior designing world, which is a multi-billion dollar industry, and given that they are all working on multiple softwares to get to the end point of really presenting something in 3D visualization, what we are doing and how we're going to be doing it, it's going to save easy 70 to 80% on the time, and a lot of cost savings and efficiency savings. So that is one. Our other product is a B2C product, which is in the realm of K8 education. We are creating a smart pen, which will, of course, will be able to pick up colors from the environment. So like, you have, a certain flower, a certain fruit, what, a kid sees around, and he wants to really pick up that color and kind of, you want to use it into his creativity, be it a drawing or a model he's kind of building up on his digital pad. He would be able to create that up, simply just picking up the color from the environment. Also, if he sees something that, okay, I want this fruit or the flower as a 3D model into my environment, he would be able to even create that 3D model using this pen itself. So it's going to be having a lot of computer vision and a lot of sensors fused in together. So this is kind of a rough summary of the products what we're building up. So it is kind of very exciting what we're doing. Again, there's nothing like that existing in the market, and once we really kind of bring it out to the market, we are kind of very hopeful that it's going to surely create some buzz, some viral impact. So yeah, keeping fingers crossed.
Okay, that's really amazing, because the pen you talked about, I haven't heard anything about something like that. So it's quite interesting, and people will surely gonna love it, I think.
I hope so. Yes. We kind of put in a lot of energy and skills and emotions into it. So we are definitely hopeful that it's going to create some dent in the market.
So I think
Adithya, you want to just add in about the team and the technical expertise everybody brings from their previous experience? I think that'll add a lot of value.
Okay, so let's start with so we have our VP of technology, who is Raj Gupta. He is a PhD in computer vision and deep tech from IIT Madras. Then right next in command is again another PhD, and he Dr. Khurram. He has a PhD from Ireland in laser physics and masters in photonics from Denmark. After that, we have Himanshu, who is again masters in embedded from Leicester University in UK. Then we have Kshitij, who is masters in industrial design from Italy. So this is kind of just going to give you some sense that kind of the brain and the talent what we have in the team, and kind of which is kind of our true building blocks. One thing is that again we are just not an engineering and a deep tech company, but we are also a design first, experience first company. So yes, our focus is of course creating some disruptive tech and kind of looking at the next gen innovation, but keenly focused and very clear about that. Okay, whatever we're going to create will also add to the user experience side of things. So be it be the design of the product, the camera I'm talking about, the pen I'm talking about, the whole application, the interface, even we are kind of also looking in details, even the whole unboxing experience. So when the customer really gets this box and he would start unboxing it, he would really start getting that feeling of wow, that okay, this is something which kind of really is an experience to me. So this is really where kind of the whole team mixes. Again, everyone in the company is either kind of mostly we have engineers, but also we have people from design institute. So we have a girl who's leading our user experience on the design side. She's an NIST grad. So yes, I think it is a very interesting mix what we got. Even the founding team again, including myself, I have a double masters in AI and ML, plus I'm an XLRI alumni. Other partners again, either they are all kind of post-grad in mathematics, or of course have engineering degrees. Plus our other founders are all kind of finance, and with having some pretty deep experience into accounting and the finance world. So we kind of have the right set of mix in the pool, just to cater to every need, what you need to kind of go about tackling global business needs.
Okay, that's really cool. Like you have very talented people in your team, like the way you said everything. So I think we should wrap up, and I want you to give a message to Techiexpert audience and a message for Techiexpert itself.
All right. Okay, that's a tough one. I think the only message what I would have is this is really the time when kind of it was long time waiting for this country to kind of really put a dent in the technological sphere, and the whole world is definitely recognizing the true talent and the value what India is adding on the global spectrum. And yes, there are a lot of innovations that's happening from this side of the world, and I think we definitely want to be the one who would drive the change, who would drive the innovation, and who would really drive the next generation of the technological products coming into the market. I think my only message is, of course, thanks to Techiexpert, because if you would not support people like us, the new startup company, and give us exposure, well, again, we might do great things, but no one would know about it. So again, thanks for that. And yes, if I have any message for the world, I think it's just don't think too much before taking that first step. Just have confidence in your capabilities and just believe that what you're doing is going to get noticed. And once you really get going and that you are definitely there and solving a real problem, people will get to see, and they would start seeing the value what you're adding. Just go for it and just keep believing in yourself. So that's about it.
So thank you so much, Adithya. It was really amazing talking to you. You made us realize that how AI is the future, and how your company is actually the future of India, and how it's going to help India to go in this AI things and improve many things in India. So yeah, thank you so much for your precious time, and we loved this interview.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, having me and having this kind of chat with me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.